Hey, this is Gary from Videoguys. We just got back from NAB 2024 and the show was very tiring. Some cool products, more evolutionary than revolutionary, but some cool new stuff. And I want to jump right in because I got a ton of stuff. And the first product I want to start with first company is Atomos. Atomos was showing two new products that I would say are pretty dramatic for them. One was a light that we're going to get to, but the first one was the Ninja phone. Let's talk about the Ninja phone. The Ninja phone basically turns your iPhone 15 or your 15 Pro or Pro Max into a Ninja field monitor recorder. It also gives you the advantage of it uses the phone itself to store the video. It uses an app on the phone to give you complete camera controls. And it also does something very cool, and that is uses the connectivity of the phone, the Wi-Fi or the cellular service for you to be able to take advantage of the Atomos Connect features that you have in a Ninja. Now, this is a pretty cool device. It's going to be $399 for the Ninja phone. You're going to have a case. It's going to be a custom case. It's going to go on your phone. That's going to allow it to mount to the Ninja accessory. And then you'll get the connectivity, the ability to do it. It's going to have locking clips on it. So I think it's pretty cool. It is an HD only product for now, but it's going to be HD into ProRes RAW. We think it's a pretty cool product. We're pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be really big for influencers and people who are using their camera now who have to start realizing that they can get a much better video quality with a traditional DSLR mirrorless camera. The lights were cool. If you see in this picture, if we bring it up full screen for a second, they had the lights running all over the motorcycle. I'm not a lighting expert, but they were really cool. You can put them in a circle so you can make like a halo light. Or the thing that I thought was really important about the lights was apparently from the testing facilities to people who do the lights, the LED color clarity and brightness was at the 99 percentile, which is off the charts. It's rugged as anything. You can step on it. You can drive a motorcycle over it. You can twist it around. You can get into difficult places to get lighting in. I can see how we could use it and put it in you can't see it, but we actually have a little arch over here that we mount cameras and lights from that I think it would be more efficient and give us better lighting. So we'll definitely take advantage of it here. Starting at $999 for the light kit, we think it's very cool, and we think it's going to be far more better quality, brighter light that you can put in some cool places versus traditional lighting. We hope to have those shipping in June. Very excited about that. I believe they're going to be available in 3 different lengths. It's also got complete LED color controls where you can set it to be sunset, natural, bright day, different color shadings and grades of the LEDs. And it'll also, with the tool that they have, there's a control box that'll let you control the LEDs, but also that'll attach into your Ninja or Shogun and allow you to actually control with that app the lighting through the camera app on the mounted field monitor recorder. So pretty cool stuff, pretty exciting. We can't wait to have it here to be able to test it and actually use it in our studio. Atomos still showing you the Ninja and the Ninja Ultra. It's $599 and $799. The Connect is back up to $299, but we still have great deals and great bundles available now. If you go to our website, you can see you can get a Ninja, a Connect, and an accessory kit of tremendous savings. We're allowed to advertise it. So take my words. Go look at it. The great pricing is still up there. Shogun's $999. Shogun Ultra is $1199. Both good products. Next up, BirdDog. The boys down under from BirdDog announced 2 new products, the X1 HD PTZ camera with NDI HX3 and the X1 Ultra 4K PTZ, and then the Mackie Ultra box camera. So let's jump right in with the first one, the X1. Now, I know a lot of you ordered X120s last year. We were so excited about that product. It was basically a 20X PTZ camera with Wi-Fi and NDI under $1,000. Because of issues that BirdDog got into with their PTZ camera supplier, Bolin, that product never came about. So the guys at BirdDog said, we're going to break this relationship with Bolin. We get our own design, find our own manufacturer to manufacture a camera that is just for us and us alone. And there you have it, the X1. What's the difference between the X1 and the X120? Well, the X1's better. 1080, 60p, 20x zoom, tally light, autofocus and tracking, HDMI, USB IP, NDI HX3, Wi-Fi connectivity, an E-Link label, and an integrated NDI HX decoder for $995. Tremendous product. Get your orders in now, folks, because I'm telling you, we're not going to get enough when this product ships. It's going to be super exciting. We expect to sell hundreds of them in the first few weeks. The X1 Ultra is a 4K version, 4K P60, 12x zoom. Same thing, Wi-Fi, HX3, E-Link, integrated NDI, $14.95. That's right, a 4K 12x 60 peak Wi-Fi camera for under $1,500. These two are going to be huge, the X1 and the X1 Ultra. Great jobs, BirdDog. I'm definitely going to say probably my highlight of NAB with these products. The Mackie's a box camera. It's a zoom-only camera, 4K P60, $1,295. It's available in a 12x or a 20x, depending on how wide you want the throw to be. Remember, 20x isn't automatically better than 12x. 12x gives you a wider view. 20x is more narrow. Figure out what's best for you for what you're shooting. And I spoke to the guys at BirdDog, and I think there's going to be a little mock-up of a room where you can put the Mackie in and see which you need, 12x or 20x. Very excited about that. The other cool thing about it, it's got onboard buttons. So, you know, if you're in next to it, you know, in a church or a house of worship, you can immediately just go in and adjust your zoom. You don't have to go into menus on a third-party, you know, app. Vizrt was showing a couple of new products, 2 PTZ cameras and a Connect Tetra. The PTZ cameras are the next generation. There's a PTZ 3 Plus and a PTZ Plus UHD. Obviously, you've got a 4K and you've got an HD version. We don't have pricing on those yet, but we're pretty excited about them. Once again, a new form factor. I think they've gone to a new OEM partner as well. I was really excited about this product, the Viz Connect Tetra. It's a 4-channel encoder decoder that also has the bridge built into it as well, so that you can basically use it to connect different devices in baseband to NDI, NDI to baseband. Very cool, very excited about it. We don't have pricing on that yet. NDI is now a completely independent division from New Tech under the Vizrt label. They've got a guy called Dr. NDI. We had the pleasure of meeting with him and seeing him there. You see that picture of me and him pointing to the Broadfield Distributing logo, because Broadfield Distributing is a distribution partner in the NDI network. But it was so cool how many NDI customers and NDI people out there. You can see on this picture, we've got JVC, we've got Kiloview, we've got PTZOptics, we've got NETGEAR, and many others, but we're very proud of our partners who we brought there and our support for NDI. And I remind you that NDI November is just 6 months away. So there will be NDI November again this November, and looking forward to that. NDI was showing 2 new things in NDI 6, which is really exciting. The first one is HDR, UHD. You know, before the pandemic, we were all talking about 4K with HDR. That increased color space really makes things look more like the way the human eye sees things. Well, you know, with the pandemic coming, the HDR part of UHD kind of got pushed to the side. We had 4K, but 4K UHD, that's what really makes the picture pop. It's what literally makes you, when you see mountains in the background, see the crevices and the things like that. I know the Super Bowl was it was shown in 4K HDR UHD, and it was a far superior visual image. In fact, from my old eyes, I will tell you right now that I see an HD definition with HDR, to me, looks a lot better than a 4K without HDR. But when you put 4K with HDR together for UHD, Spinal Tap takes it to 11. That's the way the spec's meant to be, and we're really excited that we're seeing HDR really being supported in many workflows, and NDI 6 is one of them. The other thing they're doing is they're building Bridge as something that can be built into a PTZ camera. So what that means is you can set that PTZ camera anywhere, and by setting it up correctly, you can bridge it right into your TriCaster or other NDI device that's running Bridge on the other end. So pretty cool stuff if you ask me, and we're real excited about that. Kiloview was one of our favorite new lines that we added. They were one of the hits of the show. They are NDI 6 ready with their N60 and N50 encoders and decoders. They were also showing some really cool bonded technology. They keep pushing things forward. Kiloview's got the Gazinta Gazata converters. They're everything you need to make your workflow work right. They are the Swiss Army knife brand of NDI. We have NDI encoders and decoders. They support SRT. And I won't be surprised if by next NAB they're supporting ST2110. So great job by the folks at Kiloview, giving us some great products, including the R1 recorder, which isn't in this picture, but I love that product because it lets you offload the recording of your ISO streams to your program output from your TriCaster computer to a dedicated device. And I spoke to them at the show, and they are working on having the ability to put network attached or direct attached storage to that product to give you far more recording capacity than just what you get on a couple of SSDs. PTZOptics, this was probably my second favorite thing that I saw at the show, and that's the new Hive. And what the Hive basically is it's a complete cloud-based REMI control workflow that allows you to control multiple PTZ cameras, not just from PTZOptics, from other vendors, from a single location over not just over your local network, but over the entire World Wide Web. So you can plug a camera anywhere in, and if it's got web access, you'll be able to see it and activate it in the Hive and bring it into your show. They have Hive Studio, which I thought was so cool. And we did a little bit of a show just before NAB on it, but I wanted to go, this gives you control of multiple PTZ cameras. The standard version lets you have 3 sources, 25 hours, auto tracking, 10 team members, $55 a month. You know, if you're having to manage multiple cameras within, say, multiple churches, or say you're a Fortune 500 company, has multiple locations that you want PTZ cameras, or multiple classrooms, or it's a legal situation where you have multiple cameras being controlled for shooting court cases or what have you, there's a great way to give you centralized control of multiple cameras. We went into some of the features, super exciting. The Hive really is going to open up remote connectivity and management of PTZ cameras and take it to the next level. PTZOptics is also giving an instant repay of $500 on their Link products. Those are their new PTZ cameras that support Dante AV natively. The folks at YoloLiv. Well, you know, we're big fans of YoloLiv. The YoloLiv Ultra is a standard all-in-one self-contained streaming, recording, encoding, graphics switching product. But they were showing something really cool, which was the Alpha camera. So the Ultra, you know, is $14.98. It's a great product. That was a permanent price move that went into effect, I'm going to say, end of February, early March. But we love that for $14.98, $1,500. There's just no better all-in-one solution. You know, it's a great replacement for what was the Sling Studio, which is gone. And when you combine it with those Alpha cams, look out. What's the Alpha cam? The Alpha cam is, there's no price. It's going to be under $1,000. I think the price will probably be $799, but it could be $699 right now. But I'm going to say $799. Mirrorless 4K P60 image sensor, 4/3 micro sensor. You can put lenses on it, like Lumix lenses on it. It's got dynamic range. It's got Wi-Fi built into it, so you can actually have 2 or 3 of these cameras going through YOLO box on a Wi-Fi network. And guess what? You've emulated a Sling Studio solution. So we're super excited about this camera. It's kind of I'm not going to say it's an odd form factor. It's a new form factor, but I really like it, and I think it's going to be a successful product. And being able to use those interchangeable lenses is going to be really cool. And it's like bringing a DSLR into your live streaming, or a mirrorless camera into your live streaming. Cool product, micro 4/3 lenses, NDI SRT connections. Alpha cam coming, I believe June was the goal. I don't want to put any words into Frank's mouth at YOLO, but a great job on that product. JVC, one of the things we get requests for is, hey, I need a camera with a deeper, longer zoom. I know there's 30X and 20X out there. Can I get a 40X? Well, the folks at JVC said, yes, you can. And that's what I really like about the KY, PZ, 540 and 540N. Those are now 40X cameras. That means that you can get a 40X throw from the back of the room. You know, if you have a big church or a big lecture center, that's fantastic. I just always have to remind people, when you're putting something on that's that far away, you have to remember the old pencil trick. And that is, you know, if you wave the end of the pencil, the other end vibrates a lot more. So you got to be really careful that you don't put it on a balcony. It's got the shakes. It's got to be well mounted. But a 40X throw zoom, very cool. Compliments to the folks at JVC. 4K, P60, 40X, HVEC 265, SRT, $19.99, $200 more. You can get the NDI version for $21.99. Great job, JVC. Panasonic Connect, very excited. They're showing a new lower cost camera, the UE30 PTZ, but they also have a new version of the Kairos. And the Kairos is a really cool product. That is Panasonic's native ST2110 switching solution that really is intended for large churches, large corporate event spaces, which could be a performance hall, like we have something called the Paramount out here, or it could be for even a sports venue. Very, very cool. What I love most about it is it allows you to have your output in venue be on what they call a canvas. And that could be multiple screens of all different sizes and resolutions, and vertical, horizontal, curved video, whatever you want to do. So very cool stuff with the Kairos. We're super excited about that product. Once again, it's a complicated product. We're not going to be selling that directly on Videoguys but if you're interested in it, you can always call us because we have local integrators throughout the country that you can call us and we'll help you spec out what you think you want to do, and we'll give you the handoff to the local integrator in your area who's the best guy for it. But the Kairos system, very, very cool. At the show, they were running it with a touchscreen and a control panel, your choice. So it works for the newer kids who like touchscreens, and it works and volunteers and the older folks who like to have, good old-fashioned buttons and toggles. So very cool product. We're really excited about it. And if you're interested in moving your productions to the next level, give us a call and we'll get you in touch with a Kairos integrator in your area. UE30, 4K P30, HDMI, NDI, USB. Don't have pricing on this puppy yet either, which is a little frustrating because I like to have pricing during the show, but it's going to be the affordable side of the Panasonic range, so it'll be under $2,000, but I'm not sure where that pricing will actually come in. Next, this show definitely saw ST2110 take off to the next level. ST2110 is ST2110 is basically the SMPTE standard that's being used to roll out IP video into broadcast solutions, broadcast trucks, broadcast control rooms, broadcast studios. If you think about NDI being kind of like what was prosumer and event and stuff like that, ST2110 is the next level. NDI is a part of ST2110, but ST2110 is really for broadcasters. And we're so excited that we're working with folks like NETGEAR and Matrox and others to create a whole ecosystem to support Kairos and 2110. And if you're looking at migrating to a 2110 system, give us a call and we'll get you in touch with a local integrator to help you get into the Kairos, a NETGEAR AV switch, and Matrox convert IPs and other things from other vendors who we're also partnering with going forward for 2110 like Riedel and Imagine. Big news, I think this one broke a week, was it a week or 2 weeks before NAB? 2 weeks before NAB, and that was that Nikon, the parent company of MRMC, had purchased the Red cameras. Now, what's interesting about this is no one's really sure what's going to happen in the short term because like all these consumer electronics giants, Nikon, Japanese giants, they think 20, 50 years out in the future, let alone 1 year. Unlike American companies that tend to be running for quarter to quarter, year to year, the Japanese companies have a much further long-range look at where things are going. So there's so many exciting things that can be happening. In the near term, press releases have been put out by Nikon. MRMC will be run the way it was. Red will be run the way it was. But in talking to my friends at Red and MRMC, we're hoping to see some really cool stuff putting Komodos and Raptors on MRMC control heads, robotic control heads to create, and sliders to create some cool new opportunities, some cool new bundles and stuff like that. So stay tuned, and I'm really hoping that before probably sometime in May, maybe early June, we'll be talking about some bundles that we put together with MRMC and Red sliders or other types of robotics. So very cool about that one. Very exciting. Congratulations, Nikon. You bought one hell of a company in Red. They just make great stuff. The folks at Epiphan Video were officially showing the Pearl Nexus, which should ship shortly at $29.99. It's basically a Pearl Mini in a rack-mountable configuration. It's really designed for more of the academics, the colleges who do Panopto, Kaltura, stuff like that, where the professor's lectern would actually have this in it. So all he would have to do is plug his laptop into the jack on the top and be able to go. It's all controlled remotely from a central location or automatically on a timer. Very cool product. It's something that I know the folks at Epiphan were getting big requests for, and this is something that, I don't think people are going to want one or two. It's the kind of thing that if you work in a college, hospital, a legal video courtroom that wants to do streaming and recording and playback, this is the kind of thing where we're seeing people, designing them in and laying out 20, 50, 100 throughout their organization, throughout their network to automate their video capture, playback, and recording. So great job by Epiphan getting that cost down at under $3,000. We think it's going to be a pretty big seller. The folks at Canon introduced a new IP control protocol for their cameras called XC Protocol Control that lets you get, remote control access to their total cameras. They've also got some cool bundles with their PTZs and their controller and their camcorders and their cinema camcorders And, you know, one of the things I think is really exciting about Canon is that they take color science, color technology to another level, where a lot of companies have taken basically a security camera or a still camera and built it up to be a PTZ. The folks at Canon took the opposite approach. They've actually taken their cinema cameras and built them into PTZs, and now we can get you a cinema camera and a PTZ camera that match each other, that have the same tools, same look, same feel, if you're trying to make your productions at a much higher cinema color quality than just typically what's out there. This is really cool for people who are shooting maybe a sitcom or a live type, a sitcom or a television production where you're using a PTZ camera simply because you don't have room in the set. You want that shot, but there's no room in the set to get that camera in there. Putting a PTZ camera in there can get you that same shot for greatness. We love these also in House of Worship. Why? Because the Canon color science really works great under low lighting, where you can really pull out some great video. They've got some advanced auto tracking features and technology in there. So when you're looking to take your PTZ and you're filming up to that next level of cinema quality, Canon is definitely the way to go. I love the Air 1 product. Basically right now what it is a complete system with a Z-Cam that gives you complete robotic control of that Z-Cam, including pulling focus and autofocus. Well, they work with the folks at Sony, and now the FXC, the Alpha 1 and the Alpha 9 will be available. It's a bigger version of the Air. It's the Air 1X because it's a heavier duty camera with that. You're going to have to buy the camera separately. It's not included. But, you know, we're real excited about where that product's going to be and what it's going to do. And we think this smooth, cinematic, robotic, remote camera operation is a really cool thing. At NAB, people were stopping. They were winning awards. And if you're interested in that, give us a call. If you're interested in the Z-Cam model, or if you've got one of these Sony cameras and you want to put it on it, give us a call. We'll get you hooked up. LiveU is showing a lot of stuff, not the least of which was a robotic dog with a camera on it and a LiveU streaming at the same time, which was a kind of cool novelty thing. And I got to admit, we stopped and watched it for a while, and it came up to me and looked at me and gave me its hand, and I shook its hand. But the LiveU ecosystem has expanded. It includes SRT, NDI, and now 2110. And we've got different levels of their products, including the Solo Pro 4 Connect modem kit is now available for $9.95 with the data plans of $4.35 a month. If you need a worldwide version, give us a call, but that's for USA only. The kit includes the bag there and everything you see there with the LiveU Solo Pro and the 4 Connect modem kit. LiveU was also showing enhancements to their LiveU Studio product, working with their 300 and 800 product. And the folks at LiveU have cellular bonded solutions at every level of video production. And give us a call, and we'll help you. If you're looking for a solo, great, we've got them in stock. If you're looking for something more elaborate, like a 300 and 800 with a data plan and live switching in the cloud, we'll hook you up with a local integrator who can get you set up with that. Last but not least, the folks at SanDisk Professional were showing even bigger drives inside their products. They actually have a 24 terabyte drive that's now in the G Drive project. The Mirror has 2 of them. The shuttles have 4 or 8 of them to give you massive levels of storage. I love the whole Project Mirror concept with the SanDisk Professional and the blades. We've done some good shows on that. It's a cool little workflow that I think is going to get more and more popular, and we're very excited about those products from G-Tech. And I think that kind of wraps up our show. So the one thing we want to stress is that a lot of the NAB stuff is higher end stuff that I talked about, like the LiveU 800, the Kairos, or maybe an MRMC complete motorized rigged robotic head. We've got local dealers throughout the country who can help you with that stuff, and it's very, very cool. And we'll put you in touch with that local dealer, and he'll help you get everything you need. We'll also help you qualify what you're looking for. So when we hand you over to him, he's got an idea of what you're talking about. But one of the things I'd be remiss to leave the show without talking about was the Sphere in Las Vegas. Why? Because you know what powers the Sphere? The Kairos system. Not only that, there's a bunch of 2110 products from Imagine and Matrox and others in that. You know, I don't know who makes the LED video wall screens, but these screens are insane. If you go to the Sphere, you get to see that, but all over Vegas. There's live video everywhere on video walls that can be used indoors, outdoors as digital signage. And the coming months, we're going to have a big announcements about video walls coming up too from the folks over here. But for now, I just want to thank you for turning in today's show on NAB, the 2024 recap. I knew I couldn't do it in 15 minutes because there were too many slides. We'll go more in depth on future shows into all this stuff, but my big kudos, my top 3 kudos, I think I'm going to give them to BirdDog with the X1, Atomos with the Ninja phone, and the folks at PTZOptics with the Hive. Those were probably my top 3 takeaways for video guys. All the products we went into today were really cool, but if I had to pick 3 that stood out, I think it would be those 3. But this is Gary at Video Guys. You know, follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, like us, comment. I really want to try over the next coming months to get the audience a little more interactive and give us questions and things as part of the show. So I think I'm actually going to put a laptop up here so I can, you know, more interact with people, because I think that's one of the things that's missing from our shows. We would try to encourage people to ask questions, give us likes, tell us more about what they're doing. Did we get any questions this show, guys? That would be a no, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll build it up. This is Gary from Video Guys. Thanks for tuning in. NAB 2024. Peace.
Video Guys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.